I have no words for the embarrassment of this game. This freaking Giants team should have forfeit after that first few minutes. I can't deal with this anymore. I can't deal with the BS. I can't deal with the embarrassment. It's embarrassing.
I can give you a better analysis right now of how the mother and I feel. It's going to start off with Dave Gettleman and how we got from Dave Gettleman to what we thought was the savior in Joe Shane and Brian Daboll, right? We get to this honeymoon phase the first year. He gets coach of the year. Great. We get to the playoffs. We scam the Vikings and we scam the fans. Somehow we were able to make it look like we were a decent team that week and then get shown who we really were the following week. Then we get to the next season. Hopefully we'll bounce back. What happens? Looks just like the Giants of old. Nothing has changed. Then, what happens in the offseason? You guys know. They decided to let Saquon go. They didn't try to trade, did nothing. He was already an unrestricted free agent. We couldn't get anything for him once he walked away. And we let him walk away. To who? The Eagles. So now, we get to where I myself said this at preseason. I've been saying this leading up to this game. Saquon Barkley was going to have a field day today. And what happened? He had over 180 yards total between his receiving yards and his rushing yards. He had the second all-time rushing yards against his former team. He had the second most rushing yards against his former team. Second all-time. So, he gets the first touchdown for the Eagles. He runs over Dane Belton. Runs him over. Open field. He finally gets to hit somebody on his team, on his former team. Runs him over, setting the tone for the rest of the game. I said, when that happened, I was like, oh, this is going to be a long game. And it sure enough was. I need you guys to know right now, the person that we overpaid that's still here, you know his name, Daniel Jones. He had under 100 passing yards today. Under 100 passing yards. He was at 99. 99 passing yards on 14 attempts. Do you not understand what that means? That's less than 10 yards a pass. Like, I can't. So we pay him. We let Saquon go, and Saquon has more than double his yards total of total offense. He has more than double his yards. We lose 28-3. We score 3 points with some kicker who I don't even know. This is what Brian Daboll has done, guys. I almost called him Dave Gettleman. That's how pissed off I am.
The embarrassment of not knowing who our players are because we're so banged up. Our roster has been decimated by injury. And I said the same thing. I'm looking at the guy punting. I was like, who the hell is that? Who's this guy getting a penalty? I said that multiple times to this game because I have no idea who is playing on the New York Giants. They have a bunch of no-name guys. What the hell is going on with this team where you don't even know who is playing?
And forget about that. Because now we got to focus on, here's the next thing. Why is everybody that we brought in injured? Devin Singletary came in at the end of the game when it didn't even matter. You know how many yards he had? 18. So let me get this straight. This phony 26 that we bring in comes in here, gets a groin injury, basically role-playing Saquon, but just early in the season. And then he comes back and gets 18 yards against Saquon's team. We were supposed to show today that we didn't need Saquon. I didn't think that was going to happen. I'm just going to say that right now. I assumed that we were going to lose and more than likely lose by 3 or more scores. That's exactly what happened, but it's how it happened. The 18 yards from Devin Singletary, who Joe Shane and Daboll decided to pick from who? The Bills. They keep getting people from the Bills, and then they think that it's going to work here. It's not working. And
No.
why are the commentators defending Daniel Jones so much? Did you see the excuses they were making for him at the end? They're like, you got to protect him. You got to be able to give him some time. You've got to be able to catch the ball. Yeah, maybe they need a new offensive coordinator. Why? When are we going to sit here and say this Daniel Jones? The common denominator over the last 6 years is who? Giants fans. Daniel Jones has been there for the last 6
Daniel
years.
Jones.
That is the common denominator. Why is it that all of a sudden it's the offensive coordinator? It's the offensive line again. It's the receivers not catching it. Why are we not talking about the fact that Daniel Jones overthrew Malik Neighbors? And although Malik Neighbors slowed down, they think it's because he assumed that he wasn't going to get the ball. How about it's the fact that he doesn't think Daniel Jones is going to throw it far enough down the damn field?
No. The game is over.
I can't.
The game is finally over. Michael Holmes just joined us. Thanks, Michael Holmes, for joining us. Michael says, sell the team. Are we using a coloring book to call plays? Get rid of Jones. Dayball, sell the team. You know what? I hadn't thought of selling the team. But you know what? Either sell the team or the old Mara, John, the real old dude that was in Hard Knocks, that was, I'm not going to be able to sleep at night if Saquon goes to the Eagles. Yeah. How about you go somewhere and go live on your private yacht, and maybe I'm going to just, because he does have succession plan. Maybe one of the sons just pick up, or maybe it is time. The Mara and the Tisch family have owned this team for a long time. I keep saying this is the 100th season of the New York Giants. The Mara family has been involved with this team for about that same amount of time. And sometimes leadership at the very top needs to change. And if they can't make these decisions on, basically throwing, I keep saying this analogy, throwing the baby out with the bathwater, as they say. The baby is freaking Daniel Jones. Throw him out. You've thrown everybody else out. Now throw him out with everybody else and let's start anew. I'm tired of this. And the guy he can't even find anybody to throw to. He's basically his own receivers. The guy is running. He's stiff-arming. We don't need a quarterback to have to do those things. We actually have skilled players out there. Something is wrong with the coaching. Something is wrong with the team mentality. I don't believe that the players wearing the Giants blue see Daniel Jones as a leader. I don't believe that. He does not have the locker room.
Mom, you know what I see when I look at him on the sideline when he was standing there looking at the Jumbotron, watching them look at Drew Lock? I just saw a dumbass. That's all I saw. He just standing there.
A dumbass who was sacked, 7, 8 times today? He might have been. He might have been confused and a little discombobulated. You get sacked that many times, you might have a slight concussion.
He's trying to roleplay Eli Manning too well. Only Eli Manning can look aloof like that because he beat Tom Brady twice where it mattered.
Right.
Only Eli Manning is allowed to look dumb like that. Nobody else should look that stupid. He looks stupid. He looks like he has no sense about football whatsoever when he's standing on the sideline, when they talk to him and he's just sitting there, he always looks awkward. He doesn't look like he's supposed to be in the NFL. He does not look like he's supposed to be there. And I don't care what you say about his athleticism, and I'm not just talking about how athletic he is. I don't care. The man can't throw the ball in an open parking lot. I can't do it. I'm tired of watching it. The fact that we had to wait until the game was practically over to see a different quarterback, my God. Again, why is he being protected and given so many damn chances?
Drew Lock didn't even know what to do with himself. The guy was confused.
It was the end of the game. He probably didn't even think he was going to go in. They were like, just go in, Drew Lock. They probably didn't even think he was going to go. He probably didn't think, they'll probably just let him play it. I thought, Drew Lock, get out there. What was the game plan? We're down 28-3.
Drew Lock should have been put in. I would have started the half with Drew Lock if I was in charge.
Yeah, I would have started him after the first quarter. And Daniel Jones had under 100 yards. Under 100 yards. Do you not understand? Even Jalen Hurts had a bad game and still had over 100 yards passing. And still was able to score on the ground. Like, I don't even know what a bad game for Daniel Jones is anymore. Because the guy is always having bad games. I don't know. I can't. I can never I can never even find something optimistic about the offense. Nothing at
No.
all. I can't even say I'm happy to see them move down the field. They don't do that. And Theo Johnson making it obvious that he was pushing off the defender so he could catch it. Jesus Christ, could you not look like a rookie? Why? Like, even Mark Sanchez said, hey, you got to be like Jason Witten. You got to use your hip or whatever to push him off you. Yeah, you got to be smart with it. He just literally pushed him aside and didn't think the ref in the back was going to see that. What? I hate Theo Johnson. I'm sorry. That was a bad pick. He has more mistakes than successes. I haven't seen him have a good game yet. In fact, the only good game was when he caught it at least 3 times without dropping it. That was it. Theo Johnson, sad. I'm not happy with that pick. Andrew Thomas being out with foot surgery, which Brian Daboll lied about and said that there was no real concern at the time before the game, a couple days before the game, whatever it was.
Well,
and then we find out afterward he had his foot surgery.
Yeah, I mean, we've had several players now go under the knife.
And then putting Gano in injured willingly at the beginning of the season. Brian Daboll is making crazy high risk, low success situation choices. Like that's what he's doing. High risk, low success. Like this.
Daboll is as much as at fault as anybody else. He is play calling this season. He took it away from Kafka. He is play calling. This guy, whatever he's doing, he should not be off the hook.
Why are we running the ball with 1:29 left in the half, right? Remember that? We ran the ball with Daniel Jones. It was a quarterback run. You remember that?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Why is Daboll making these play calls? Kafka didn't do that. At the most, Kafka did a halfback draw, which is still stupid. But why are we running it? We had 1:29 left in the half, and he runs it for 5 yards with Daniel Jones. Why? Why are we doing these QB runs? Daniel Jones is not Lamar Jackson. He's not Jalen Hurts.
He's definitely not.
Why are we doing this? Is it because we overpaid him? And you guys know that? So you're just trying to get as much usage out of him as possible to make it seem like Daniel Jones is doing the right thing, or rather not the right thing, but Daniel Jones is the answer. I feel like the motive has always been, we paid this guy, we have to use him, and we have to use what he's good at. I say good because he's not good at it. It's just whatever that they could tolerate, or he could tolerate, because they're too scared to do anything else. Why isn't that we just decided to go for 3 instead of going for 7? It's 4th down. You're right there at the end of the half.
They should be taking. They have literally, the Giants have nothing to lose, but their jobs. Right. Last week, let me just go over leadership issues. Okay. Last week, after the Eagles lost, finished up their week. Let's say week 6. Right. All week, Sirianni was under the gun, not because of what happened on the field with his team, but because of his antics of arguing and yelling back at Eagles fans who were booing or whatever, right? So he was on the hot seat. I want to see Brian Daboll on the hot seat this week on all sports media. He should not be overlooked in talking about coaches who need to get cut. They need to be done. They need to be fired. The Jets, I still salute the Jets front office for having the cojones to get rid of Saleh. We need the same thing to happen mid-season right now. We need that on the New York Giants. Something needs to happen. At the very least, let's take away play calling from Daboll. He's not making a difference. You know what difference he's making? He's making a difference of embarrassing moments on the field, embarrassing decisions, embarrassing moments where our players are getting extremely banged up. I mean, today was another game where we saw both sides, offense and defense, people getting banged up, limping off the field, not moving. And I think some of these guys, maybe they spoke to their agents. Me and the Sun talk about this all the time. Hey, maybe the agent said, you know what, if things don't go right with this one, just sit down. Roll over on your side on the field. Don't get up.
What happened to Burns, by the way? That brings up my next question. I didn't really get to see what was happening there, but it didn't look shady, and they didn't really
he didn't really address it. And he walked over. They showed him walking off. It was a very slow, slightly limpy walk off the field. But he did. But he didn't move. And then Jalen Hurts, right before in the final minutes of the game, Jalen Hyatt rolls over, and he's not getting up. These things are, it was just a lot of guys are getting banged up every week. And there's no hope in sight. Can we go back to Drew Lock again?
I feel like they need to start with him, yeah. Start with him.
I feel bad for him because he got out there and the momentum of all of those Jones related sacks, he got sacked like immediately.
He got out the pocket quicker than Daniel Jones did all game though in one of them plays.
Yeah.
He got out and got 10 yards.
We need to see him start from the beginning and get his own and establish his own momentum. That's what we need. I agree. And they must. Okay, so let's just talk about what we want to see. Okay, tomorrow. I want to hear the coaching staff of the New York Giants, whoever they are, tomorrow. Hint, hint. I want them to say that they're gonna start Lock the next time the Giants are on the field. They're gonna start.
Yeah,
Lock.
Please. He deserves to have a shot. Daniel Jones has had 6 friggin' years. I'm done. I've been saying I'm done since the first game. I'm done.
And Locke is not our savior. He is not the New York Giants
savior. No. We're just done with Daniel Jones.
We're just done with him.
We're not going to win with Drew Lock. Drew Lock is the same caliber quarterback as Daniel Jones, if not better. Who even friggin' knows? Who knows? They're both bums.
We need to see him play in this system. We need to see him play in this system.
So, and I'm going to stand by what I said. As long as the Giants continue to lose, I'm honestly going to be okay with it because this just means more draft picks and the higher stock. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. The way that it's pacing, we're going to be probably losing the next couple of games. I feel like our only hope is Panthers in Germany or wherever it is. And that's about it. Maybe we win a 4th game, but I say 3 max. So another sub 5-6 win season, I can guarantee you that. There's no way we're going to get more than that. So we're just going to be going through that again for the 6th season in a row, whatever it is. If you exclude the playoff season where we got the wild card, it's just terrible. So Brian Daboll, I agree with my mom. He needs to be on the hot seat. If they don't talk about it, somebody's
all week. I want this guy all week. I want him to be on the hot seat because
he deserves it.
I mean, he deserved it more than Sirianni did last week. Yeah, he embarrassed himself arguing with fans, but that had nothing to do with how he was running his team. We've got this is a situation of a guy who is clearly in over his head. Daboll is in over his head, and he doesn't know what he's doing. And the decisions he's making, the freaking Giants have not scored a touchdown at the MetLife Stadium this season. I think I heard that. Didn't I hear that today? They have not scored a touchdown at home this season.
I think they had one a couple weeks ago, I thought. Hold on.
That's what one of the commentators said. They said they had not scored a touchdown in the MetLife Stadium this season. We have been the 3-point kings, just kicking it and praying that one of these subpar kickers makes it into uprights. The fact that even we can't even rely on kickers right now because we've got guys that are untested.
You're right.
Michael Holmes says Jones, Daboll reset this whole team. Our offensive line sucks. We don't run the ball. Enough is enough. Thanks, Michael Holmes.
We don't run the ball because we can't, and they know we can't. I'm going to tell you right now, Devin Singletary's most yards I think he's had in a game this season was barely 60 yards. We can't run. We can't. In fact, they have more touches on Daniel Jones than Devin Singletary at this point. That is how much we can't run. It's a joke.
It's a complete joke. And I don't know how the coaching staff, the ones below Daboll, how the trainers and how they, how do they go to work every day? I mean, when you know that you're on a sinking ship. I mean, I have been on a sinking ship for an employer before, but when you're on a team like this and the morale, it can't be very high
No.
on that in that Giants locker room. The commentators today kept talking about this is a young team. Young teams, they want fire and vigor, and they want to feel like they have a chance to win. I know these guys don't feel like they have a chance to win. No. I know they don't, because they know what they're dealing with. They know what they're working with as far as leadership goes.
Right.
And they look up at Daniel Jones, and they see a guy who doesn't look very confident in what he's doing.
He looks stupid.
He looks extremely stupid, yet making millions of dollars.
More than them.
More. They can't even imagine, in their contract, the money that this guy had in his contract. And it's just time to cut ties. It's time to cut ties. He's got to go.
He can't be here next season. New York might go up in flames if that happens. He can't be here next season. He can't. He's got to go. Joe Schoen, Brian Daboll, they both got to go. Joe Schoen is a joke. I'm sorry, he's a joke. Brian Daboll
he will never ever. Joe Schoen will never ever be anything more than a clown.
He can't recover from the hard knocks.
He cannot. First of all, I don't know that any team has suffered as much from what was revealed in their hard knocks more than the New York Giants.
Right.
Most of the time, you find that you've got some guys with heart on the team, and there's people who are trying to live. It revealed a complete circus act behind the scenes. And if the Sun and I were the only ones still talking about it, then you could say that Hard Knocks doesn't make a difference. Everybody talks about it. They talked about it in the pregame. The commentators talked about it during the game. They mentioned Hard Knocks. They can't live it down. They can't and won't live it down. And you know what? Hard. And as someone who has a public relations background, I want to say not only should the front office who manages the team function, whoever is in charge of their communications and public relations with the Giants, they should cut all of them too, because they should have prepped those guys not to do the stupid stuff that they did on Hard Knocks. We wouldn't even have that if they were properly prepped for cameras to be in their face 24/7. Well, not even 24/7, even just when they were at work. If they were properly prepped, maybe they wouldn't have said some of the things. Maybe Joe Schoen would have skipped the kids being in the office helping him make picks. This is stuff you cannot live down. It's not funny. It's not cute.
And Joe Schoen says something in Hard Knocks that I don't think any other general manager would say. He said he doesn't listen to sports talk shows or anything in sports media for New York or anything like that. He doesn't listen to any of that. But you know who does? Jerry Jones. Not that Jerry Jones is a good owner or anything like that, because
not that he's a good owner.
In the last 30 years. But if someone of that stature is listening to all of sports media and he's listening to what people are saying, imagine how many others are doing that. So why would Joe Schoen come out and just say that on Hard Knocks? Oh, I don't listen to anything that people say on the sports about anything. So you're not listening to your own media platform, effectively? That would be like someone who works at the news saying they don't watch anything about MSNBC or anything like that, and they just go to work and that's it. It's like, how do you do your job if you're not watching how other people do stuff and what's going on in other places and who's covering what? How do you do your job effectively? So how does Joe Schoen do his job effectively if he's not listening to anything sports related, even if it's just some regular podcast about somebody saying that Joe Schoen sucks? Like he's not listening to anything anyone's saying. He could get information from listening to what other people are saying. And then it could be positive feedback, negative feedback, whatever. But he clearly is not taking his job as seriously as we want
Absolutely
to believe.
Not.
If he can't even listen to sports, radio stuff.
He should live and breathe NFL-related commentary, especially in season.
Yeah. I don't understand. It's there's no passion. And then again, bringing your kids to your job, to whether you wanted to make it look cute or whatever, you're asking them about who you should pick. Give me any, and he didn't say who should I pick. He said, give me names.
No, and here, let me just back this up for you a little bit. You said, you know, he thought it was cute. I think that's what it was. Hey, kids, do you want to be on TV with Daddy? Why was he even thinking about anything like that? That probably is how the conversation went. Yeah, we'll go. We'll skip camp today and we'll go. We'll go to the office with you, Dad. Because we want to be on TV.
And then he mentioned his son, about how his son will get advice from his friends at school, and then he'll come home and tell his dad what he should do. Say, hey, Dad, my friend said that you should get this guy in the draft. And then he'll sit there and consider it. It's like, who the hell does your son think he is telling you what you need to do for your job? And who the hell are you sitting there thinking that you need to listen to what your son is saying about sports? You need to take your ass out of that house and go talk to the people that are at the damn office, at the in the front office for the New York Giants at MetLife Stadium. You shouldn't be talking to your kid about what you should be doing. Especially, it's not even your kid saying it, it's his friends. My friend said that you should do this. I didn't know that they had 12-year-old professionals that worked at the NFL that were scouts. I didn't know that. Where they have them at? What programs they got?
I don't, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what? I'm so lost.
Some sort of upward bound programs to get the young people into the NFL front office sooner. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And what we can only hope is that the same type of rage and anger we have as fans, that somebody in the front office is saying, you know what, we can't do this anymore. We can't be at the point at week 7, and we haven't scored in a touchdown on our own field. We can't do that. We've won a whole game based on field goals. I mean, we've done that this season. And it was like a fail safe kind of like, oh well, I guess they just kept kicking, and that, of course, that was Daboll.
We lost the game on just scoring field goals. How about that?
That too. And Daboll, of course, makes those decisions because he's doing the play calling. So,
for anybody who's not a Giants fan, I want you to think about this, so you can understand our misery. Imagine the game's coming up. You have 5 days to think about it. And for those 5 days, you're sitting there thinking, we're going to lose this game by how much? Then you get to the game, and you sit there with that 5 seconds that you have of optimism. You go, maybe we have a chance. And then when the game starts and the Giants do what they normally do, you go, we're going to lose this game. Imagine having that mindset. You just assume you're going to lose. That is what it is like being a Giants fan right now. You get to the next game, you don't even think, if you're realistic, you don't even think that you have a chance. Especially if you look at the teams on paper and you know football like I do, like my mom does, you know we don't really have a shot for most of those.
Right.
That is what it's like being a Giants fan. And for anybody who's going to come in the comment section and say, oh, you guys aren't real fans because you don't believe, shut the hell up. Have you watched them the last 10 years? If your team, I'm going to ask you guys right now, if your team was losing for the last 10 years, barely getting over 6 to 7 wins a season, would you really be that optimistic the next year? Excluding Cowboys fans, y'all don't get to answer this question. Anybody else? I don't think so. I'm going to answer for you. No. You're not going to sit there and be like, oh, well, we have a chance this season. No, you're not. Because all you've seen, you're going off of recent history. Recency bias is a logical fallacy. It's up there. But guess what? When you're a Giants fan, it applies. Recency bias means, what does it mean, everyone? It means based off of previous events, you make a decision off of that, and you think that's going to happen again because of something that happened in the past. So now you're going off of that previous history of events to make something in the present match that. You're sitting there going, well, we've lost this many seasons in a row. Guess what? We're going to lose this season too. It's called recency bias. You sit there and you just have this feeling something bad's going to happen or something good, depending on what it is. So you could say what you want about us as fans not being real fans. I promise you, we've been fans of this team longer than some of y'all in the comment section trying to troll us. We're even alive. So I just want to get that out there. For the ones that are the old heads, I promise you, we are fans. We just are tired. Why put false hope in a team that's been run by the same morons? So that's just how I feel about it. And that's the nicest way I could have said that. Anything else would have been super mean, and YouTube would have banned me. So let's just call it here, guys. We didn't even tell you guys to like and subscribe. You guys should be doing that. Most of the people that watch aren't subscribed. Most of the people that watch don't share. We need you guys to do that. Help the family grow. Subscribing is the most important thing you can do. It's the freest thing you can do aside from liking. Those two things are free. It doesn't cost you anything. Help us out. Drop a comment. Let us know like how you feel about the Giants. Like, I'm sure it's going to be the same thing that we said, but some of you might surprise us and say that you think you still have optimism. It's like, okay, I like people that are delusional. It makes it a little entertaining. But I want to see what you guys have to say. Eagles fans, I want to see how you guys feel about Saquon running it down our throat, because I told y'all it was going to happen. So let me see what you guys have to say in the comment section. Do you think it's going to happen again? Will Saquon have over 150 rushing yards in the next Eagles-Giants appearance? Let us know in the comment section below. I think he will.
I think he will too.
The way he ran on us today, he ran like with some anger. Like, this is what y'all missed out on. Screw y'all kind of situation.
And as he should have.
Yep.
Because, that's the best type of revenge, is winning.
Winning against your former team that didn't want to pay you. That got to feel good.
Granted, he did get fined last week for like $42K, I think. For
that's all right. He'll make that back.
A low hit. And that seemed to not have bothered him today. He was right out there doing what he's doing,
running people over,
and using those strong legs and getting those touchdowns for his team, and making plays to move the ball down the field. If only we had someone that the Giants could have found to replace him for what he used to when he used to do that for us. But no, what person would they have found to replace Saquon? No. And the guy that we did get, well, I think he's more injury prone than Saquon. I can't believe I'm saying that.
And he sucks.
And he sucks. And that's,
I'm sorry, he
sucks.
That's
obviously that's
he sucks.
The worst
for a team that's bad. He's not good for a team that needs to be in rebuild mode. He needs to be on a team that's established, because he sucks. I'm sorry, He sucks. He's not good.
No.
He's not good for the Giants, at least. He's not good for the Giants.
No.
I hate Devin Singletary. I hate him. I hate him. I think I hate him almost as much as I hate Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
I hate him. I hate him.
The son hated him. He hated Evan Ingram. He really did. And he's doing actually well.
And that's why I hate Evan Ingram more now. I hate him. I hate Evan Ingram. I hate him. I hate him.
Anybody who's joined us, we do have some folks that have joined us in the last few minutes. We'll be signing off soon, but want to give you a shot to please put your comments in. I'll read it live. If you have something to say, we invite you, if you're an Eagles fan that decided
talk
to
your trash.
In, talk your trash. We're ready.
It'll be
for
refreshing.
It. We expected it, and we certainly and the son and I are realistic. We expected that we would not win today. That we don't have much to rely on as good information about winning. Our information is about
use facts.
Our information is about how we've been playing the whole season.
Recency bias.
My invitation to Eagles fans has worked. We've got Kevin Dingus. I'm not sure if that's his real name, but Kevin. Kevin Dingo.
Name. That's a great name.
He said go. He just gave the usual "Go Birds!" Yeah.
Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
It's not hard to beat. Hey, Kevin, it's not hard to go out there and beat a bunch of losers. The Giants are losers.
A bunch of bums.
They're bums.
Straight bums. Also, I called it, Eagles fans. I said Saquon was going to run for over 150 rushing yards. He did exactly that. I told y'all he was going to do it. I said, he's going to kill us. Ain't going to do it again the next time we play. So, you know what? I'm going to say thank you to the Eagles fans for showing Brian Daboll and Joe Shane how much they screwed up. This was needed. This game was actually needed. The fan base now gets to see it. For anyone that somehow avoided the Hard Knocks docuseries, they get to see what the Giants did in the offseason in this game today. They gave away their only valuable player, overpaid a moron, and tried to bring in some babyface athletes to compensate for the lack of skill that our quarterback has.
Yeah.
And then bring in a bunch of veterans from other teams who are all injured now. All of them. They're all injured.
All of them.
So I just want everybody to know right now, if we're going to say what the off-season moves were, they were nothing.
Oh,
because
God,
look where we are now.
Yeah.
We have nothing.
Yeah. Nothing.
We didn't do any off-season moves. We didn't do anything. As far as I'm concerned, all we did was waste money. That's it. We went on a shopping spree and blew all the money away.
We went on
Wait,
an
the
NFL
irony of
shopping
that.
spree.
We went on a shopping spree and lost the diamond out of the whole list in Saquon. We decided to just not get the most valuable item. But we got the bag of chips and the cookies, though. We got that. I guess we were just hungry.
Facts.
So, it's fine. It's fine. We get to live with this. And by we, I mean the front office. They get to live with this. They get to swallow this stinking fish oil pill all the way down that damn throat. Pause. For anybody in there. No Diddy. And we get to deal with this for the rest of the season. Now, I hope that the Giants, I really want the Giants to lose the rest of the season. I'm not even going to lie to you. We can get one more win in the Panthers, that's fine. But we need like the number 1 draft pick or something. We need something. We need some sort of leverage because I don't know what we're going to do, how we're going to get rid of Daniel Jones. But we can talk about that in the next video. That could actually be a topic for the next video because I do have some ideas on what they could do. It would involve a lot of giving away draft picks, future draft picks, but
we have dealt so many draft picks away for over the years.
We have nothing else to give.
I'm not really sure how much. That would be interesting if you could find that out, son. If you could find out.
I'll look it up. There's got to be some sort of ridiculous scenario.
What type of leverage do we have left? What type of bargains can we get? What can we bargain for? I have no idea. Oh, we got another one of our Eagles friends. Teacher got game says go Birds. Again, another go Birds with like I don't know how many Eagles type emojis, but there's many. It's too many to count.
Go Birds, yes. Indeed. You guys did what I wanted you to do. You made us look stupid.
Again, I'm gonna.
That's what I wanted.
It's really not that deep to beat a crappy team. Just keep that in mind because your season has been a little sketched.
This is a bye week.
You've had some situations too. The Eagles.
Who the Eagles got next week? Who the Eagles got next week? Let me find out.
I don't know.
Because they can have the honeymoon phase right now.
Yeah, maybe you could use.
Oh, they could beat the Bengals. They could beat the Bengals.
Yeah,
they could beat them.
You definitely have worked some stuff out this
week that
Jaguars, you could use on the Bengals.
After that, y'all better beat the Cowboys too. If there are any Eagles fans here, y'all better beat the damn Cowboys.
Yeah.
I need y'all to do that. Please. Yeah. I need y'all to do that. I can't even hate the Eagles right now because I know we suck. At least when we had Saquon, you could be delusional and be like, we have a chance. We have Saquon. But they have him now.
There's no chance. There's nothing.
There is no chance. No chance at all. Man. So, guys, we're done. I already said like and subscribe, but like and subscribe, please, if you haven't done so already. Please share this VOD. It's going to be a VOD by the time we're done. It's live right now. But please share this when it's done. I don't really have anything else to say. We'll see y'all again. When do we see the Eagles again? At the end of the friggin' season in January. That's going to be fun. We'll see y'all at the end of the season then. Or whenever we lose to the Cowboys, y'all may come in and troll us.
Micah Holmes said, is the Joker available to coach the Giants? I'm just saying.
You are not talking about Kadarius Toney.
Are you talking about Michael Holmes? Are you talking about Kadarius Toney? Are you talking?
Are you talking about that Joaquin
the
Phoenix
Joker, the DC? Are we talking about DC, the DC character that was just in the movies?
Because
Joker? He wrote Joker with a K-E-R, not Joker. I think Because
Shoot.
Kadarius Tony called himself Joker. He called
You
him
can
with
get
the
Pennywise
K-A.
up in there. You can get Joker up in there. Shoot, I don't care. Get any of them clowns up in there. I don't care. They can do whatever they want. It's not going to be any different than what we're doing right now. That's how I feel about that Giants front office and the team. Outside of the defense, which is getting very thin now.
Yeah, he said
It's just
DC.
Dexter Lawrence in the front line.
He's talking about the DC Joker.
Yeah, we can get him and Pennywise up in there. They'll have a blast, man. You know what? Matter of fact, Dave, I keep wanting to call him Dave Gettleman. That's how much Brian Daboll pisses me off right now. It's crazy. That's bad. That's bad. But Brian Daboll is the Joker, and Joe Shane could be Pennywise. There you go. That's them. They're already there, bro. We got you. Trust me. Brian Daboll's going to show you who he is over the rest of this season. He's going to just continue to show you how bad he is as a coach. Unless he relinquishes that offensive stuff, he's going to just keep showing you how bad he is. Because right now, he's declining. What's his face got out when he needed to? The defensive coordinator from last year. What was his name? Oh my God, I can't even think of his name. Whatever homeboy's name was.
I could see his face.
It's making me upset. I wanted to forget him just because I was so upset.
Wink Martindale.
Wink. Yeah, Wink got out when he needed to. Wink saw that clown show that was about to happen. He saw it. Wink couldn't wait to leave. That's why he resigned. When you have a defensive coordinator that resigns and doesn't get fired, when's the last time a defensive coordinator resigned?
Yeah, it's true.
I'm looking that up. I'm gonna leave y'all with a fun fact, and then we're gonna get out of here.
The New York Giants are in Pittsburgh to end out the month. Yeah, week 8. Yeah.
Are we gonna lose that game?
Yeah, I imagine so. I imagine so.
Man.
Yeah.
So the only other person that resigned as defensive coordinator was Alan Williams, Chicago Bears, 2023. That's like recent. And then that's pretty much it. I don't know. When you resign from the Bears, that kind of makes sense. Respectfully from last season. They're doing better now. They're 4-2 now. They're doing great. But Wink left because of a coach. He didn't leave because he was bad. He left because
he had basically a personnel issue.
Yep.
He had it was between him and another leader. They didn't get along.
Makes sense now.
Yeah.
Daboll's an idiot.
Yeah.
So, but everyone, that's it. We'll catch you guys next week. Probably gonna lose to the Steelers. I'm just gonna call it right now. Probably gonna lose.
All right, Gary. Gary Fagan said these New York tears are funny. I'm an Eagles fan. Yeah, Gary. Yeah. Enjoy.
I wouldn't say tears. I would say I'm complacent. I'm cool with this. This is what I wanted. We weren't gonna beat y'all anyway.
Yeah.
Why cry over something that you knew was gonna happen?
That's right.
You gotta, when you're a Giants fan, you gotta keep your expectations low so that they can surprise you. My expectations are always low.
We keep them very low.
I keep us at a bare minimum. If we score 14 points, that's great for us if we score 14 points. That's how bad we are. Nothing to cry about. I know we stink. But that's
all right. Wait a minute. All right. Teacher got game. Now he's bringing in NBA stuff and talking about the Knicks going down too. All right. Well, you know
I'm not even a Knicks fan. I'm a Sixers fan.
Here's the thing. The son is a Sixers fan. We both actually live closer to Philly than New York because I'm
not even a Knicks fan. I never was. I
am a retired Knicks and Nets fan from like 20 years ago.
Yeah, when the Nets left Jersey, I
really don't cheer for any particular NBA team, but I do follow the Sixers because I live in close proximity.
I like the Sixers. I used to love the Nets, and I never really cared for the Knicks because we had a team in Jersey. So I was rocking with the team that was in Jersey. Yes. And then Jay-Z wants to come in and mess up everything and then buy them and put them in a borough. And now they're just the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not watching that crap. I literally stopped watching basketball for like 7 years. Give or take. It was a while. I stopped watching basketball for a while. And then I just started coming back into it, and I started going to Sixers games. And now I'm a Sixers fan. I always like Allen Iverson. I have an Allen Iverson jersey. So I'm a Sixers fan.
Yeah. So you can't get us on that one. Yeah, can't get us on that one. And for the NBA, who we follow for the NBA is completely different. Completely different.
As long as LeBron loses, I'm happy. I'm one of them. I'm LeBron. MJ the GOAT.
Oh my God, we've totally digressed.
We totally changed topics. Let's get out of here.
All right, teacher
they're fun,
got
but they
teacher
mess
got
me
game
up.
said the Sixers fan too. All right, teacher got game. All
Sixers
right.
fans, let's go. Everybody gonna be like, what the hell is the son doing, bro? Like, what's going on? He's changing sides slowly.
The Giants have
Trust me, I'm
made us
not.
delirious. We're delirious for the Giants sucking so bad. We're
Yes.
delirious. Oh, my
I'd rather
goodness.
take
All
a
right.
cyanide capsule before being an Eagles fan.
I can't. All right, everybody. We will see you next time on the Family Bonding, the first mother and son post-game show on YouTube. For the New
Go
York
Giants!
Giants. Go Giants. Hey, and have a great week, everybody.
Daniel Jones sucks.
All right, it's over. Okay, I kept kind of going.